You already know how to create beautiful professional emails in SwiftFox, but how do you turn them into scalable templates for rapid building? Well, in this lesson, we'll show you how to transform your email designs into reusable templates that are easy to duplicate, rearrange, and customize, saving you time while keeping your communications consistent. Let's dive in. Here we have a standard email layout we use for newsletters. There's a logo, a header image, the main content in a single rich text block, social buttons in a social block, a sign-off at the bottom, and an unsubscribe button. This works, but when you need to reuse it or build a larger email, copying, pasting, or moving sections can become difficult. The best way to make templates more scalable and efficient is to split content into individual blocks, then group those blocks inside single column containers. This makes it easy to duplicate, drag, and rearrange sections as needed. So let's do that. First, set the background. In the design panel under Style, set the body background to a soft color to separate it from the email background. Next, drag in a column and set it to single column layout. This will be our main body container. Set the container color to white for contrast. We'll increase the corner radius to match our brand's softer aesthetic, and increase the padding slightly. Now, drag the image and the rich text into this container. Duplicate the rich text to start breaking each section of copy into its own block. We'll delete everything under the heading here so it's in its own block. Then duplicate the rich text again for the intro text and remove the remaining content. Duplicate it again to separate the paragraph from the sign-off. You should now have a distinct block for each piece of content. Next, add another single column container. Drag the heading into it and the intro text below it. This becomes the first section. Repeat for the paragraph section. Add a new single column container. Drag the paragraph content into it. Then clone this section so the paragraph heading sits in a separate text block above the paragraph. Now we have our intro, our paragraph section, and our sign-off. Because our columns and text blocks have their own padding and the sign-off sits alone, we'll need to increase its padding so it aligns visually with the rest of the content. This approach lets you create blocks of content you use regularly. You can remove an entire section in one step or clone a heading and paragraph section as a pair. You can also drag sections to reorder them without rewriting content. It also makes it simple to add other content blocks without rebuilding the email. For example, add an image inside a paragraph or between sections. Insert an image block, add your image, then move it wherever it makes sense. Highlighting a specific section is now easier too. If a paragraph needs to function as a call to action, select the entire column, give it a background color, and add a button to make it stand out. Create as many reusable content blocks in your templates as you need, even if they won't all be used together. When you use the template, delete what you don't need. Everything else is ready to go, so your emails stay consistent and on brand. One more tip on containers. For each column, go to section padding, untick apply to all sides, and add extra padding to the bottom. As you duplicate sections, this spacing keeps them visually distinct. You may also want to tweak the padding on the heading text. Because headings sit in their own text blocks inside a column, they have their own padding on all sides. Reduce the bottom padding on heading blocks to bring them closer to their related paragraph and keep the connection clear. Brilliant. Now we've finalized the layout and built the blocks for our templates, save this design as a template for future campaigns. Beautifully built, scalable, and reusable. And that's a wrap. If you're looking to get even more out of SwiftFox, we have plenty more content like this in the Academy to help you master the platform.